Andrea's star date, Sunday, April 14th, and it is 9:11 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I am not going to share this with everyone, but I want to put it on YouTube so I have it documented. Because I'm going through this thing called the 21-day challenge of Divine Quest, and I just stumbled on it one day. It's by a man named Alberto who's with this community called the Four Winds, and it spoke to me because it spoke to my Native American side. I know I don't look it, but I'm Cherokee, and I wasn't raised to know all my culture, but there's that part of me that I lost it somewhere, I guess. I don't know, but a lot of Native American things call to my heart and to the very cells in my body sometimes. And that's the only way I can explain it. But, so it's a 21-day thing, and there's like 21 videos, and today was my 7th one. Yesterday, he took us on a visual meditation to the taproot of our living tree of life, of all things. And we went through this taproot to a river and into our own individual sacred garden. And to this wall, to this huge rock mountain wall where there were 3 doors. And the first door was a time where you were the most helpless. It could be another life or something, but and you had to envision who or what it was. And mine was when you were completely powerless, and mine was back in ancient times. It was a woman that was being held captive in a cave, and she had long dark hair, and she was just leaned over sobbing because she didn't have any way out. And then the next door was when you were your most powerful, and it could again be any time in whatever life, and you had to envision that, but you had all the power, but you didn't do anything with it. And I had this vision of myself as a woman in Egypt, all made up in this beautiful makeup and how they showed it on the movies. I don't know if that's how they look, but this gorgeous eyeliner and blue and purple eyeshadow and gorgeous robes and hair to die for that I've never had. And she was standing looking out over the expanse of whatever kingdom she was a part of, and she was obviously royalty. And she was thinking about looking over this expanse about all these people below that she could help, but she would never help, because if she did, they would probably kill her, they being probably the men in power. I don't know, whoever was in power. And I don't know who was. I don't know what pharaoh it was or anything. I just remember thinking, God, it's almost like she's standing on a veranda outside of actually looking out from a pyramid, which to me, pyramids are very powerful. And she didn't ever help anybody. And she felt really sad about that because she wanted to help the people below in the expanse of this country or place or whatever it was. And I felt the deep sorrow she felt at not helping them and the fear that stopped her. And in each door, by the way, you asked for forgiveness and made peace with that life. And in the third door, it was when a lifetime that you were at your best and you were most powerful and you helped people. And it was like when everything was good. And I was taken to, it was like this somewhere, what I would imagine I would have lived in if I were alive when my Cherokee tribe had not been run from their land and forced to march. And when, and this scene that I had was this young woman, she was beautiful, a native, and had a really pretty kind of dress on, and but she was a medicine woman, and her whole tribe depended on her, and it was her job to keep her tribe healthy, and she loved them and they loved her, and the immense love that when I looked at her, she was around a fire, and she was at one point dancing around the fire with her father. And it was almost as if it really was me dancing with my father around the fire. That's the way it felt. And I just remember thinking, why am I not that woman today? What happened that I'm not her? And I asked her for forgiveness, and we made peace. And then the meditation was over, and as I came out of each of these doors, the doors sealed up into the rocks, and I brought those parts of me back into me, and I could see this light just glowing from my heart chakra. And I had that experience last night. And then tonight, the meditation was about rescuing or bringing back into myself this part of my soul that got lost somewhere along the way. And the guided meditation was taking you back to not your tree of life, but the world's tree of life. And you went down to this river, and anyways, you were in this meadow, and the world tree of life was standing in front of you. And it was, for me, just absolutely freaking gorgeous gold light going everywhere, and different colors of, and you could feel the roots vibrating under you it was just, the energy was just insanely gorgeous. And the roots were like the roots that I had painted for my granddaughter's painting, all different colors. And this world tree of life called me in and took me down a root of violet, beautiful golden purple. It was purple, but it was encased in gold, and I don't know how to explain it other than it took me down to the taproot and out to a river. And I laid in the river, and the river washed all the negative energy and stuff off of me and took me to another meadow where there was a boulder, and I sat there on this gorgeous black onyx, almost just gorgeous black, smooth boulder. I sat on it, and I asked the lost part of my soul to come to me. And through this guided meditation, I saw the very same gorgeous young medicine woman come up behind me and stand where it was almost like she was in me, but she wasn't. And it was absolutely beautiful. And I remember looking at her and thinking, my God, you're so gorgeous. And her whole essence was just, her energy was indescribably beautiful. And she was full of all the wisdom in the world. And through this guided meditation, the questions that I asked her and stuff, she was the part of me that wasn't born with me. The part of my spirit didn't come with me because this wasn't a safe world. My world wasn't a safe place to be. There were parts of it that were safe, but the majority of it wasn't safe. And so she stayed behind, and I lost her. And as things happened to me that weren't good, that part of me was further and further away. And it was like me and her understood that. And so there were a lot of things that were said that they didn't need words. It was like this, we were brought back together. It was like she found me and I found her again. And we walked from the meadow to the river, and we got into the river together and let the water wash all the hurt away and heal us. And we came back up through the taproot of the World Tree of Life. And we came back out and we were one. And I asked her to come back inside of me, that I was going to always keep her safe, that she was sacred to me, and that I wanted her back. I wanted her wisdom back. I wanted the things that I never learned because she wasn't here with me back. And I've been on this quest for a while now, for that part of me, for that part of me that's gone. It's like, where is it? In different times in my life, it's just come back up, but the last year especially, I've just been pulled spiritually on this quest. And now here I am doing this and feeling like for the first time in my life. See, before I was even born, I was rejected. Nobody wanted me. My parents, I was just an unfortunate accident. They loved me when they had me, they loved me, but I was born under this root of rejection. And so that part of me that I needed to be who I'm supposed to be was gone, was lost. And I don't know what this quest, this divine quest, where it's taking me, but I have had a very powerful experience tonight that I don't think I'm a medicine woman, like I'm not a shaman or I don't know. I just know that this part of me, this woman that has all this wisdom about the universe, it's the very same spirit that I see in my little grandson. It's the very same thing. I am so blessed. In the middle of this chaos that's going on in my life, I'm given this gift. I am so blessed. And I certainly don't deserve it. And if you watch this and you don't understand it, I'm sorry. Because I hope you find the key to open up your heart. Do I think that I'm going to stop cussing in traffic? No. Am I going to be mouthy? Probably. Am I a work in progress? Hell yeah. And I don't know who I'm going to be when I grow up. But I got a part of me back that I never had, that I needed so bad, that has wisdom and trust and confidence in herself, that knows how to reach out and help people without being sucked in and sucked down so hard. Do I know where this is going to take me? No. I don't have a clue. But for the first time in forever, I feel like, at a deeper level even, parts of me are back together and home again. So thank you, God, for this experience, and thank you that you've led me, even when my heart's breaking with everything going on around me. You're still leading me and guiding me, because I need it right now, more than ever.